So in this tutorial we're going to have a quick look at how to record audio on the iPad and then post this to Teams. So we're going to be using the app called Voice Memos, but the first thing we're going to do, and this is really important, is we're going to change some settings, because by default it will name a file with our home address, and that's not something that we want to share. So I've gone to the settings area and I'm scrolling down to where the apps are. We can see the Voice Memos is here and I've selected it, and if we notice in the menu there it says a location based naming. I'm going to switch that off because it is actually very accurate and it automatically will tell the application your street name and your house number and name the file as such. So now we've switched that off, we can go over to Voice Memos. And this is a nice simple interface, is simply a record button, which as soon as we tap it gives us a countdown, and now we are recording a test audio file. Once we're happy with the recording we can press pause to have a bit of thinking time, we can resume, or we can have done. Next to the play icon in the middle there is a spool back and spool forward for 15 seconds. So if I was to continue recording past the 15-second mark, what that allows us to do is go back for the last 15 seconds and re-record that. So I'm pressing pause there and go back 15 seconds. It will start to replace from that point forward. I can also move the file around to record. So if I was happy playing it up to here, and now we are recording, and then I wanted to replace from that point forward, I can now record over the section that I'm not happy with. So there's some basic inline editing as well. So once we're done with our recording, we can click on done. I'm going to give it a sensible name by going into edit, clicking on the name, and now we're looking for that share button, square with the arrow. I can head over to Teams, and what we want to do is in the to area is put our class in. So you need to know your class codes. So I'm going to start typing 1-1 for some year 11 classes. I've selected the general channel, which is the main kind of conversation and chat channel. I can add a message. Better put that in because once it's on I can't delete it, as with all our messages. And click send. So that's winging its way over to Teams. Obviously the larger the file it is, the longer it will take to head over. So if I head over to Teams now and head over to that year 11 class, we should be able to see and play back that audio. So there's year 11, there's the general area, and you can see here there are two files. This one called names, the one I've just done. If you or someone clicks on it, it opens up this interface, click on play, and now we are recording. And there's a pause button at the top right to go back into Teams. Top left, hit the cross button. So that's probably the easiest way to create an audio file for your class to access.